Hello everyone, my name is Luis España and this is my video for the task 4 of English Teach. My fairy tale is named Rilo Brimstone and the Three Scary Bulls. Once upon a time, there was an admirable boy called Rilo Brimstone. He was on the way to see his father Island Brimstone when he decided to take a shortcut through the Drizzlewood forest. It wasn't long before Rilo got lost. He looked around, but all he could see were trees. Nervously, he fell into his bag for his favorite toy, Henry the Hippo. But Henry the Hippo was nowhere to be found. Rilo began to panic. He felt sure he had packed Henry the Hippo. To make matters worse, he was starting to feel hungry. Unexpectedly, he saw a scary bull dressed in a yellow jacket disappearing into the trees. How odd, thought Rilo. For the want of anything better to do, he decided to follow the peculiarly dressed bull. Perhaps he could tell him the way out of the forest. Eventually, Rilo reached a clearing. He found himself surrounded by houses made from different sorts of food. There was a house made from peppers, a house made from pizzas, a house made from macarons, and a half made from chocolates. Rilo could feel his tummy rumbling. Looking at the houses did nothing to ease his hunger. Looking at the houses did nothing to ease his hunger. Hello, he called. Is anybody there? Nobody replied. Rilo looked at the roof of the closest house and wondered if it would be rude to eat somebody else's chimney. Obviously, it would be impolite to eat a whole house, but perhaps it would be considered acceptable to nibble the odd fixture or lick the odd fitting in a time of need. A cackle broke through the air, giving Rilo a fright. A witch jumped into the space in front of the house. She was carrying a cage. In that cage was Henry the Hippo. Henry the Hippo, shouted Rilo. He turned to the witch. That's my toy. The witch just shocked. Give Henry the Hippo back, cried Rilo. Not on your Nelly, said the witch. At least let Henry the Hippo out of the cage. Before she could reply, three scary bulls rushed in from the footpath of the other side of the clearing. Rilo recognized the one in yellow jacket that he'd seen earlier. The witch seemed to recognize him too. Hey, big book, said the witch. Good morning, the bull noticed Henry the Hippo. Who is this? That's Henry the Hippo, explained the witch. Oh, Henry the Hippo will look lovely in my house. Give it to me, demanded the bull. The witch shook her head. Henry the Hippo is staying with me. Excuse me, Rilo interrupted. Henry the Hippo lives with me. I'm not in a cage. Big Bull ignored him. Is there anything you'll trade? He asked the witch. The witch thought for a moment, then said, I do like to be entertained. I'll release him to anybody who can eat a whole front door. Big Bull looked at the house made from chocolates and said, no problem. I could eat an entire house made from chocolate if I wanted to. That's nothing, said the next bull. I could eat 2 houses. There's no need to show off, said the witch. Just eat one front door and I'll let you have Henry the Hippo. Rilo watched, feeling very worried. He didn't want the witch to give Henry the Hippo to Big Bull. He didn't think Henry the Hippo would like living with a scary bull, away from his house and all his other toys. The other 2 bulls watched while Big Bull put on his bib and withdrew a knife and fork from his pocket. I eat this whole house, said Big Bull. Just you watch. Big Bull pulled off a corner of the front door with the house made from pizzas. He gulped down smiling and went back for more and more and more. Eventually Big Bull started to get bigger, just a little bigger at first, but after a few more forkfuls of pizza, he grew to the size of a large snowball, and he was every bit as round. I don't feel too good, said Big Bull. Suddenly he started to roll. He grew so wrong that he could no longer balance. "Help!" he cried, as he rolled off down a slope into the forest. Big Bull never finished eating the front door made from pizzas, and Henry the Hippo remained trapped in the witch cage. Average Bull stepped up and approached the house made from macarons. "I leave this whole house," said Average Bull. "You just watch." Average Bull pulled off a corner of the front door of the house made from macarons. She gulped down smiling and went back for more, and more, and more. After a while, Average Bull started to look a little queasy. She grew greener and greener. A woodcutter walked into the clearing. "What's this bush doing here?" he asked. "I'm not a bush, I'm a bull," said Average Bull. "It talks," exclaimed the woodcutter. "Those talking bushes are the worst kind. I better take it away before somebody gets hurt." "No, wait," cried Average Bull, as the woodcutter picked her up. But the woodcutter ignored her cries and carried the bull away under his arm. Average Bull never finished eating the front door made from macarons, and Henry the Hippo remained trapped in the witch's cage. Little Bull stepped up and approached the house made from chocolate. "I leave this whole house," said Little Bull. "Just you watch." Little Bull pulled off a corner of the front door of the house made from chocolate. He gulped down smiling and went back for more, and more, and more. After 5 or 6 platefuls, Little Bull started to fidget uncomfortably on the spot. He stopped eating chocolate for a moment, then grabbed another forkful. But before he could eat it, there came an almighty roar. A bottom bulb louder than a rocket taking off, propelled Little Bull into the sky. "Ah!" cried Little Bull. "I'm scared of height." Little Bull was never seen again. Little Bull never finished eating the front door made from chocolates, and Henry the Hippo remained trapped in the witch's cage. "That's it," said the witch. "I win. I get to keep Henry the Hippo." "Not so fast," said Riley. "There's still one front door to go. The front door of the house made from peppers, and I haven't had a turn yet." "I don't have to give you a turn," laughed the witch. "My game, my rules." The woodcutter's voice carried through the forest. "I think you should give him a chance. It's only fair." "Fine," said the witch. "But you saw what happened to the bulls. He won't last long." "I'll be right back," said Riley. "What?" said the witch. "Where's your sense of impatience? I thought you wanted Henry the Hippo back." Riley ignored the witch and gathered a hefty pile of sticks. He came back to the clearing and started a small campfire. Carefully, he broke off a piece of the door of the house made from peppers and toasted it over the fire. Once he had cooked it and cooled just a little, he took a bite. He quickly devoured the whole piece. Riley sat down on a nearby log. "You fair," cackled the witch. "You were supposed to eat the whole door." "I haven't finished," explained Riley. "I'm just waiting for my food to go down." When Riley's food had digested, he broke off another piece of the door made from peppers. Once more, he toasted his food over the fire and waited for it to cool just a little. He ate it and at a leisurely pace, then waited for it to digest. Eventually, after several sittings, Riley was down to the final piece of the door made from peppers. Carefully, he toasted it and allowed it to cool just a little bit. He finished his final course. Riley had eaten the entire front door of the house made from peppers. The witch stamped her foot angrily. "You must have tricked me," she said. "I don't reward cheating." "I don't think so," said a voice. It was the woodcutter. He walked back into the clearing, covering his hats. "This little boy won fair and square. Now hand over Henry the Hippo, or I will chop your broomstick in half." The witch looked horrified. She grabbed her broomstick and placed it behind her. Then, huffing, she opened the door of the cage. Riley hurried over and grabbed Henry the Hippo, checking that his favorite toad was all right. Fortunately, Henry the Hippo was unharmed. Riley thanked the woodcutter, grabbed a quick souvenir, and hurried on to meet Ryland. It was starting to get dark. When Riley got to Ryland's house, his father threw his arm around him. I was so worried, cried Riley. You are very late. As Riley described his day, he could tell that Riley didn't believe him, so he grabbed a napkin from his pocket. What's that? asked Riley. Riley unwrapped a doorknob made from pizzas. Pudding, he said. Ryland almost fell off his chair. And the end.